Hello, thanks for clicking in. My name is Prestino, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to answer for you some of the most frequently asked questions I get about me, my show, and what I do. By far, the most frequently asked question has to be, what do you charge? Everyone has a unique set of needs. Okay, it depends on so many things. How long do you want me there? How far do I have to travel? Are there any extra add-ons you want to the package? Any bells and whistles? Okay, so it's really best to give me a call or visit the website and send me an email, and we can work out a package specifically for you. Many people say, if you can't quote a price across the board for everyone, can you give me an idea of what your rates are like in general? I think I can summarize that with one word: flexible. I've always been the kind of entertainer that prefers to work rather than boast about what I can get per hour. I've always been the kind of guy who likes to go out and actually find gigs. Within reason, of course. I'm not going to drive 6 hours by car to work for $20, okay? So let me know what your budget is like, and I'll try to squeeze it in. I do promise, however, the quality of the show will always be top-notch. I never, ever forfeit quality. I have been asked, Prestino, how many tricks do you include in your show? We're going to have a brutal moment of honesty here. It doesn't matter. And I say that because nobody ever remembers whether the magician did 11 tricks or 12 tricks. What matters is the emotional response. That's what people remember. The moment of surprise when something appears. The moment of drama when something disappears. The moment that they see their favorite aunt or uncle on stage assisting the magician. The jokes we develop together. These are the things that elicit positive emotions which ultimately carry over into the memory that your guests have of your event. Prestino, how much space do you need to perform your act? Truth is, depends on your show. I have performed in New York City in the tiniest little apartments in the doorway of somebody's closet facing into the living room, and the show was a complete success. Kids loved it, parents enjoyed it, and it worked just fine. I have also in the past been able to comfortably fill a large school auditorium stage, so I can entertain pretty much anywhere on that spectrum. Prestino, what's your experience like? How long have you been a magician? I have been into magic since before I was a teenager, but I didn't start taking it seriously until about 1998. I had experience performing for bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, libraries, schools, birthday parties, firehouses, holiday parties, corporate events, anniversary parties, fundraisers, grand opening, company barbecues, police stations, yacht clubs, christenings, communions, confirmations, street fairs, carnivals. Hey Prestino, do you include a lot of audience participation in your show? The answer is yes. I always include a ton of audience participation in my show. I believe engaging the audience is what's going to make your event memorable. They're going to remember seeing their friend up in front of the crowd and doing a magic trick. Okay, so I'm sure to include a lot of it. Just about every trick I do includes somebody coming up from the audience, and we also create sort of memorable photo opportunities. So as long as your trigger finger's ready on that shutter button, you can catch lots of memorable moments on camera. Prestino, how long is your show? It runs close to 45 minutes. If you want the walk around, that's a different package. There's a video on that, okay? But the actual show is 45 minutes to an hour. It really depends on the pacing of the audience. Some audiences are more active, they're involved, and that might set the pace of the show. Some audiences are more laid back, and that'll also change the pace of the show. So it really depends on the energy that we're feeding back and forth. But I promise every show is performed with enthusiasm, and you get the top quality show I can perform no matter what. Prestino, is there anything dirty in the show? Absolutely not. My show is designed for family entertainment, okay? It's really meant to entertain everyone from 5 to 95. I think one lady at a recent show summarized it best. She came up to me after the show and said, Prestino, the kids loved it and the parents enjoyed the ride too. So it's really for everybody. Prestino, how do you come dressed to a party? Just as you see me here, in tuxedo tails. Because I believe a magician, or any entertainer, should make an impression on an audience. If the audience remembers the show, then they'll remember your party. Prestino, do you include any live animals in the show? The answer is yes. I include Harry here, the magic rabbit. Harry has been with me a long time and he loves performing. Prestino, can you tell me where you're performing live so I can come watch you before I decide to hire you? Sometimes you can. Usually if I have any public performances, I put them on my website on the home page in the upper left corner under the section that says public performances. Most of the shows I do are either for, private companies or private parties, so it's not often, but yeah, if I'm doing a library show in your community or if you want to, come to a restaurant, please check out that section of my website. Prestino, can you tell me about the street act? Of course. See, the street act can be done either completely out of my pockets, with nothing, or I can bring this very, very light, very portable table if it's the kind of thing you want me to do. So, for instance, this would be a perfect thing for a street fair or a carnival. Or if you have, let's say, an art show or you want somebody at your table to attract attention, or at a trade show or something like that. Okay, I can work just out of my pockets and do things immediately to build a crowd around your table. And of course, I can always include your product, your pieces of art, whatever it is you want into the show. Prestino, do you teach magic and balloon animals? The answer is yes. I have taught groups of children and groups of adults magic and balloons for a community college. I also taught balloon animals at a library for a program they had. We taught kids how to twist and make basic shapes and things like that.